Hello and welcome back to the Retail Podcast, live from NRF with BigCommerce. I'm lucky enough to be joined by Senior Vice President Meghan Stabler. Is that all right?
High five on that one. It's been a long day.
Take number 6, just in case why are we high-fiving at the beginning of the show. But anyway, as you can see, we're already having fun with BigCommerce. So, Meghan, if you don't mind, just take us through about what BigCommerce does for those who don't know, what the focus is, and what I'd love to know is what's been top of mind for retailers coming to you during the show.
All right, so BigCommerce is an enterprise e-commerce platform. So, our ability to provide the world's leading brands and retailers with world-class e-commerce experience, right? A modern tech stack. So people have probably heard about composability and things, right? So we're a composable e-commerce platform. You've probably got brands and retailers that are both B2C and maybe B2B. So we provide both capabilities and that sort of modern tech stack to really take advantage of, what is needed in today's business to connect to shoppers wherever they are. Right. And then we have a subsidiary called Feedonomics, which is all about optimizing your data feed and feed management to make sure you're connecting to the channels that you care about where shoppers are off. So the Instagrams, the TikToks, right? And so optimizing data feeds is also one of the core things that we do.
And you build that as in like you help retailers with the whole stack in terms of or is there one specific element of that? Because that's such a
No, the whole stack. I mean, our focus is making sure that brands and retailers can build online unique experiences or offline unique experiences too and combine it together. So as a modern e-commerce platform, we're not a monolith, we're a composable platform. You can just do pure B2B. You can have direct to consumer if you want to as well.
Yeah.
Or you can just be pure B2C. So we enable you to combine all of those in a tech stack with a high-performing checkout, create unique, compelling experiences, integrate advanced functionality from many of our partners like Bloomreach or Algolia, integrate content management systems like Content Stack or Contentful into it, and really build this wonderful experience. So we find brands and retailers literally are changing the way that they want to engage with their shoppers and their consumers online, and they have to find those right tech stacks that make it work to connect to them. And as I said, they've also got to connect to the channels where I may be shopping, the Instagrams, the TikToks, right, and all those other platforms. So we enable that from within the platform and within our ecosystem of providers too.
What's been, in terms of when you think about your experience here at NRF and the volume of retailers trying to solve their different problems, what's your sense? What do you feel everyone's sort of focused on?
Look, it's 2024, beginning of 2024. People and businesses have spent that sort of fast, rapid couple of years through the COVID era, right? They had to rapidly accelerate it into, buy online, pick up curbside, right? They had to think about buy now, pay later for shifting economic conditions. So we know that brands and retailers had to rapidly adopt tech. We're a couple of years past the pandemic, and now they're beginning to say, well, hold on, is our tech stack that we have around us really the right one? We've been on Salesforce for a long time, or Adobe for a long time.
Yeah.
And those are great platforms, but are they really delivering what we need for the future of where retail needs to be, or the future of our brand? Are we able to rapidly innovate and build into the platform and connect to shoppers on whatever surface they are, the mobile, the tablets, or, live stream shopping, all these other things. So as the e-com, digital marketers, CDOs are really looking at what's next in retail.
Yeah.
They're beginning to think about what do we need to have in terms of tech stack. Do we buy one from everybody?
Yeah.
Or can we think about things like Lego, right? And start to say, we just need a advanced search and merch, or we need to have a really good integrated CMS, or we want to have a really solid ERP or OMS or IMS, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be all one platform, but we can integrate all these things to make it to what you want, right? So, in the UK, right, where you're from, the white stuff, right, or Ted Baker, right, other brands, La Perla, right, high-end fashion, right, they're really looking at what they can do. Or, again, I talked about B2B, think about MKM building supplies in the UK, right, so traditional building supplies, but they need to have a modern tech stack because we as consumers are buying things from them. But they also have that sort of wholesale distributors side to it that they need to provide that modern tech stack too.
Yeah.
So we're seeing a lot of adjustment and people coming by the booth and saying, so tell me what you do and how you do it differently. Because we all say e-commerce and we all say online, right? What do you do differently? Checkout is strong for us. Building that composable platform, the integrations to get you live sooner is key as well. So those are the really rigid conversations we're having with people saying, tell me more.
How do you, just out of curiosity, the e-commerce, like, is there a POS element? Do you connect to the POS?
Yep.
Or is there a POS version of what you do online?
We do have a point of sale integrations across many of the different point of sales. Just as we have integrations to all different PSPs, whether you're using PayPal Braintree or using Adyen, or you want to use Stripe, or you want to use advanced checkout, Stripe Link, right? One-page checkout. Our role is to make e-commerce as seamless as possible, not just for you as the administrator and the builder of your site and the experience and embedding AR and virtual reality and all those other new things that are coming, or using AI to really streamline things.
Yeah.
But also to make sure that you're connecting to the fastest checkout, the sort of Google Pays and the Apples and the wallets, right? Or getting into Stripe Link, one-page passwordless checkout. And those are the partnerships we have. And why is that important? Because if I'm a purchaser on a site, we're always getting interrupted and doing different things, right? I want to make sure that I'm giving you as the brand or the retailer the ability to check somebody out immediately without going to multiple pages.
Yep.
I want to give you the ability, if you're saying, you know what, we see a lot of the demographics that we want to sell products to on Instagram or on TikTok. We want to give you that ability to check out on Instagram or shop on Instagram, right? And make it seamless, right? Yep. So having the integrations with our partnerships and our ecosystem is core to enable the brand and retailer really to grow and to acquire the shoppers wherever they are in that instance, right? My view is buyers buy because of two things, emotional or need.
Yeah.
Right? The emotion is, oh my gosh, I love that blouse, or I love those sneakers, I want to have the same thing. So instead of an emotional in the moment purchase, if you're doing the right retargeting or advertising, I want to be able to convert them right now, or it's a need.
So looking forward, I mean, interestingly enough, one of the talks I was at, they were talking about how every retailer will have its own AI, right? As us, as consumers, will have our own AI, retailers will have their version of AI. Yeah. And I guess that led itself to what you're saying. Do you build that yourself, or do you buy into somebody else's vision of what you can help with?
So let me be a little bit controversial on AI. AI is nothing new, right? We've used AI for a very long time in our lives. Retailers and brands have been using AI. It's an algorithm, right? Yep. The algorithms have got smarter. They got speed and scale to them now, and now we're infusing it with data, right? So that's the generative AI. That's the other things we got. So AI is nothing brand new. It's just speed, scale, and then the incorporation of data right into it. We've been using AI in our product data feeds to normalize data, to optimize, give you a stronger return on ad spend, improve your ROI, and essentially get your product described the right way for the different schemas.
Sure.
Instagram's requirement for how you describe a product is very different to TikTok, is very different to Amazon.
Yeah.
So we've been using AI to help really make sure that we remove that manual effort and streamline it.
Yeah.
We've got AI in the product, right? So if you're doing search recommendations, right, you've got it inside it. So I think AI as a whole, including for B2B, by the way, is like in improving the order management, right, or the invoice creation through AI, because we know from history and from data what you're trying to do. So let's add those things in, check mark, instead of you manually putting the things into your baskets and doing it. Yeah. So we are embedding AI into the product, right? We're infusing it to help you make predictive analytics, to show you what's going on, into the data, into combining data lakes through Google Data Cloud and other things. So AI is big, right? I mean, I can't walk around so many booths without saying AI. So AI is the next step, but you've got to be cautious on AI as well. How are you going to use it, right? I don't think chatbots are there right now when it comes to it. There's a booth opposite ours that has an AI. Hey, I'm an AI person here to help you, and it's AI, right? So I think we've got a ways to go, but for today's retailers and brands, look for the e-com platforms that are helping streamline and optimize what you've got today, help you generate your product listings and your descriptions, right? Because we've got things that are different variants. You're wearing a blue sweater, right? You want to describe the material. You may have different colors, different sizes, different options.
Yeah.
AI can help normalize that so you don't manually have to do it. And obviously, we're human. If we do things manually, we tend to err.
Yeah.
So I think AI is very beneficial in a lot of different things.
Final thoughts in terms of where next NRF, you're coming back.
Yep.
What do you think you would have helped retailers achieve in 2024? What should they be doing in 2024?
I'll tell you a couple of quick things. Optimizing, normalizing your product data feeds and speeds into as many channels as you can do. And that's one thing we can do real quick, provide an ROI in about a month and show you the value of doing that. And why? Return on ad spend, improved average order value, right? All of the things that we want to do. 2 would be speed of checkout, right? Making sure you got one-page passwordless checkout on key PSPs and wallets, Apple, Google Pay, PayPal, Stripe, Adyen, maybe others on top of it too, because they want to check the people out. And probably the third thing is showing that, we have one of the fastest, if not the fastest checkouts in the world on our platform for brands and retailers to use.
Right. Perfect. Meghan, it's been, I don't need to check your surname again because I don't know.
Good. That's good.
Thank you so much.
Cheers, Alex. Good to meet you.